baseball.
Baseball?
Did the baseball field go?
That's right. Our first friendly competition.
Oh, did you like it? I put that together yesterday.
I love
it. That was temporary, Kiki. I'm sorry.
Did you have one nail in there?
No. It's so tape. I didn't have time. We put clothes up together with it. You know. The idea was that you walk in and you're like, oh, this is so cool. It looks a little first grade-ish, but this is cool, right? Liz is already on it. She's ordered an actual football. She's actually ordered a baseball field. And Kiki did mention yesterday that we're out of baseball, and that was awesome. And then I went home, and my husband did the same thing, and so I was really sad. But we're doing baseball. The challenge, I'll go ahead and talk about it. Every time a house goes pending, you go on base. Okay, so you go first base, second base, third base, and then home. Once you get to home run, once you have home run, I guess, you will get a $25 gift card from Simply. Okay, if you go around twice, I don't know what we're going to do. So for you high producers, that's it. You get 4. But anyways, so a few of us used to do this at Coldwell Banker. They had this, and we loved it. It was really cool, friendly competition. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. You can just take your little name tag. You're in frame now.
Ish. Just trying to keep you in frame.
Oh, I didn't know I was on video.
Sorry about that.
I was like, that's gonna
wow.
Well, just shit out of
Okay, I'm like, why are you pushing me? Like, stop talking or what? Okay, so if you don't want to be on the baseball field, you don't have to. It's up to you guys. We love it. We'll probably grow it more, do more with it. It's really just, I literally did it yesterday. I thought I did a pretty darn good job.
Till it fell.
You won't stay on. But anyways, okay. So back to what I was saying though. Please communicate with us as far as what you're seeing, what you like, what you don't like, how we can change things. Do you want to be in leadership someday? Do you want to be a QB someday? I mean, what do you see in your future? We want to grow people here to where they want to be. And here's a quick little story. So I'm gonna go forward on my slide here. Because last night, why is this like a video? Oh, technology. Christine, what did you do? I don't know.
Get the young one, huh?
I know. Well, where's the rest? There's only one.
Other slides?
No, it didn't work anymore. Hold on. We'll just have to here. Okay, so my parents, Joe and Bev Listek here, put me through college, and I came out of college, so I always knew I wanted to help people. So in college, I started out business, but then I went and I got my psychology degree. Well, that was dumb. Although it ended up probably not being dumb, but at the time it was like, I don't know what I was thinking. What are you going to do with psychology with the bachelor's? Anywho, so I came out, I did a couple jobs, I did accounting. We all know that's way too boring for me. I worked at a bank, it was kind of too manly. So I went to my parents and I said, hey, so I was thinking I'd do real estate. And as my mom said, what? We just paid all that money for you to go to college? And then my dad said, come again? I said, yeah, I'm going to be in real estate. You guys are going to support me until I actually make money. So thank you guys so much for believing in me. We would not all be here right now if it weren't for those two. So thank you very much. On to our sponsor. This is Burgundy and Brianna. And you guys are up and you can plug in.
Okay, cool.
This technology thing, we'll get it down better, I swear.
You should sometime explain the donuts, Carrie.
Oh yeah, does everybody know I had a donut shop?
Dinky.
Dinky Donuts. That was another one. Thanks, guys. I came to them and said, I'm going to open up a donut shop. What? Come again? Yes, I had a donut shop. It was a kiosk in Cottonwood Mall. It was actually awesome. We don't have pictures of it. It was so cool looking.
Yeah, I have pictures.
But my poor parents, what we found out was when you're making 5 cents on a donut,
Did you say that?
you can't afford employees. So my parents parents worked out there. We had to be there at 8. We would close and get home at 10, and they helped her the whole time
Jeez.
while getting paid nothing.
And carrying water.
And we had to carry gallons of water to the kiosk.
Oh.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was such an experience though, because I'll tell you what it taught me. It taught me that real estate, as hard as it is not that hard. You're making 5 cents on a donut. I mean, the good thing about donuts, you can't really screw them up. People are always happy for the most part.
We didn't make 5 cents on a donut.
Yeah, I mean, that was just like, I don't even know where I got that number. But anyways, I said to Mike Carter, I go, when I got back into real estate, I had gone through a divorce. I guess I was a little crazy at the time. I said, you should keep that kiosk, and every time a realtor is like, I don't want to sell real estate anymore, go make them work out there. They will be back like that. Because I remember doing one deal during that time, this one just sticks out, and I'm like getting paid, I probably got $6,000-7,000. And I go back to my donut shop, and I'm like, $3, and I said, I'm not doing this. This is dumb. So we shut it down.
If we can expand it, it's okay.
Anyway, so that's my donut story. Dinky Donuts was what it was.
Dinky Donuts.
Mm-hmm.
But donut carries.
Being in the business as long as I have. What?
Yeah.
Maybe a little tribute plaque to Dinky Donuts.
I have a business card somewhere. Actually, Steve Radlinsky was like,
Where's the donuts?
One of my cards. It was like,
She knows how to make donuts, and there's no donuts here.
I don't think. She carried?
Huh?
Do you have the donut machine?
No, remember we sold it all, so
Yeah,
we just like break even.
It was a bad economy. So
Oh, they're breaking.
I thought I thought Albuquerque donuts would fly out the like Albuquerque food, like, but that wasn't the case. So, okay, so we'll just. Are you ready? We're ready. Oh, you're ready. Okay.
So as Carrie said, my name's Burgundy. I'm a loan officer with LoanDepot. I keep wanting to say Home Depot. This is my production assistant, Brianna Salazar. She makes me look like a rock star. So a little bit about LoanDepot. We've only been here for 2 years. I've only been with LoanDepot 4 weeks. Although I have been in the industry for over 16 years now. LoanDepot is licensed in 50 states. The cool thing is, that was really impressive to me. We go to the next screen. We are the number 5 top lender, and we've only been around for 10 years. So I think there's Wells Fargo. Why Wells Fargo ever stays on the top, I have no idea. Then you have Chase, Quicken Loans, Bank of America, and then there's us. So I thought that was really impressive. And then we're the second largest non-bank lender.
Non-bank.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. So of course, we have all the standard products. We have your fixed adjustable rates, all your bond programs. We're really, really good at those renovation loans. We'll get to that in a minute. Construction to perm, condos, jumbos, even reverse mortgages. But don't ask me how to do one of those. Okay, the jumbo advantage. The jumbo loans, so most companies, they have to outsource their jumbo loans. We hold all that paper. So if you have ever done one, it's a lot of work, and it can be a little stressful, and they want more and more documentation. But because we do everything in-house, and they'll write their mortgage to LoanDepot at the end of the day after we close, it makes it a lot easy. We have turnaround times 24 to 48 hours on our jumbo loans. Float downs. We have a really good feature, especially as volatile as the market has been. They have the option to pay $250, and if rates go down, they have a one-time float down. And then that $250 just goes towards their closing costs. So it really doesn't cost them anything. Or, excuse me, it gives them a credit back to their closing. Interest rate buy downs. So we have, our technology is phenomenal. We have a really good system. So it keeps you guys informed throughout the whole process. You guys can download our app. You are going to know when the appraisal was ordered, when it came out of underwriting, when it came out of processing, where it is throughout the whole timeline.
And we have really great automated verifications for the clients, so they don't have to turn in as much documentation because we can verify their income, verify their assets, verify their employment, all automated and like instantly, just click, click, click. It's awesome.
Again, our renovation programs, you know, we're ranked number 1 with the non-bank lenders for our FHA 203Ks. We are one of the only lenders that's offering the VO renovation, although I've heard there's a couple others out there. We have a whole condo team. So for whatever reason, New Mexico, we don't have a lot of FHA approved condos, but we'll help them. We have a whole condo desk that will help them get through that process and go through the GSE approval. And we also have a scenario and income desk. So a lot of times, you know, we'll have some self-employed people who have extremely difficult tax returns. We can just send those off and they will analyze them for us. Or if we have a scenario, something that's out of the box, we can send them the scenario and say, what do you think? You know, can we get this done? We have a lifetime guarantee. So if interest rates were to go any lower, they can refinance with us at no cost.
That's cool.
That's
Yeah.
that's a biggie.
Yeah.
Is that even if you have your loan somewhere else?
No. You have to be with LoanDepot.
Can't refinance with you, huh?
We are partners with Mellow Home. So anybody who does 50 units a year, although Brianna did read that you can still apply if you're doing 25 units a year. So it's not going to pay your bills, but you're getting about 1 good lead a quarter at no cost to you guys. So they kind of scrub the database and then they'll throw you some leads. Is anyone with Mellow Homes at the moment? I know some realtors are.
Yeah.
We'll need to get more info.
Yeah. God bless you.
Goodness.
Okay. Again, our technology is off the charts. You know, you guys can track the lead activity. Everybody you send, you know, you refer over to LoanDepot, you can see exactly where they are in the pipeline. LoanDepot is really big on charities. That's it. But I do have to say this. I'm so excited for this. I think the vision that Carrie's had is awesome. You guys all wouldn't be sitting here today if you didn't see her vision and the leadership here. So I'm just excited to have the opportunity to earn your business and be a part of your little family over here.
I just wanted to mention real quick
Yes.
that we did a loan through you all
Yes.
last year, and it
Thank you.
was so smooth,
that makes
so
me happy.
quick, communication, everything. Just wanted to mention
Great.
We will be the only company that has a kiosk in here where you can either for your client do the loan application or you can bring them here and do the loan application with them. So again, it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to have to go with LoanDepot, but I think that it's that starting point, and you know, Burgundy does how I know she does.
And the minute they do their application online, it pulls their credit right away. Then it's going to pull their employment in right away. It's going to pull their assets in right away. So we know almost immediately, unless they're self-employed, that's something different. But
That means they're not getting a loan. So well, thank you, Brandy and Brianna. We appreciate you. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to introduce a couple of our new brokers aren't here, but I'm going to introduce. I'll tell you who they are. So, and again, like I said, there's a couple of people that haven't quite made the move yet, so I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag. Well, I'm going to let the cat out of the bag for one. Is that okay, sir?
yeah.
I don't even know what she is. She's like, great. Okay, Sarah Hammock,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us? Yay!
Okay, well, I am in the Las Vegas area. I've had my license for 3 years. I was with Coldwell. I'm with Keller, so now I'm looking at switching over. I have 2 kids, been married 21 years, and have 2 teenagers, well, 1 grown. So,
That's
yeah, I'm
a
excited to be
success
here.
on its own, right there.
Yeah, so 1 in the Navy.
One of her kids started in the Navy.
Yeah.
I know. She's like my. So we're so excited, and then she is actually bringing over somebody as well. Her name is Bianca Brewster. She goes by Brewster, right?
Yeah.
Who is really has more of does a insurance side of things, which is going to be cool because then we're going to help her grow too, because that's the idea here. But she's going to be more on a referral basis, but we want her to be part of this as well, so she'll be at some of the trainings and that kind of stuff. And when she does come, I'll introduce you guys.
And her information on the cubes in back agent, she's under insurance, so all her information's in there, so you guys.
Yeah, and she does awesome. She actually does my insurance too, and my rate is it was like half of what Allstate had quoted me when I bought my house, so.
What company is she with?
She's actually with American National, so they are a nationwide company, but they don't spend the money for advertising like Allstate and State Farm, so then they save the individuals money.
We like that, right? That's
Yeah.
what we do here.
But it's still like a big
Yeah.
company, it just doesn't have, the commercials on TV.
Yeah, I like that. We'll have her come in too.
Yeah.
Plus, I think it would be good to maybe have her come in and talk to us a little bit about insurance because we are like, call them. Oh,
Yeah.
the dang thing. But it's not on. I'm not on there.
It is
Do they do flood?
to the green light.
They do flood. She does say that flood isn't that great for quotes.
Okay.
So, flood is one of those things that we got to shop around.
Okay.
But I know Blue Star and Belen, I know, has been the big one. Like you said, is good.
Delbert Honey too, just FYI.
Okay, I'll have to remember.
So
that,
everybody's
'cause,
heard Amy
lessons.
talk. I'm just, Amy's here. Amy,
Yeah.
is it Riley Romero or Romero
It's
Riley?
Romero Riley.
Romero Riley.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Joe
was
and I were
Romero
arguing.
first.
No. Okay. So Amy Romero Riley, and she is coming. And I actually knew Amy over at Caldwell. We were at the Paseo office together, and we had an interesting talk yesterday because one of the things that we loved about Caldwell, we had this talk too, was the culture, the family, how they treated us as brokers. What we didn't like was what we paid, and I think most of us felt the technology. You were at. How long were you at ERA?
9 years.
9 years.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of us have been at these companies where we paid a lot of money and they didn't have what we were looking for. But we loved the culture. We felt like it was family, and that's why we were there for 18 years.
Right.
Golly, I paid a lot of money. But anyway, and then next we have Melissa West. She just joined us as well, and so we're so excited. And Melissa actually has a staging company.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Oh,
So again, this is an opportunity for us to help her grow too. And so I'm just so excited that.
No, should I just move it?
I just
go long.
just get wind of me as I go.
I'll just control it.
This is gonna be a terrible video. Anyway, so we're really excited. What's your company name again?
It's organized and designed by me.
By
We
me.
actually do interior design. We do professional organizing somewhat, and then we do staging.
Gift card.
Yeah.
Card.
Lots of cards.
I'll bring in.
So
it's
she'll
just
be
a
on
package
package
deal
as
for
well,
you,
yes.
yeah.
And she does consultations too. So it's kind of hard sometimes on listings to go in and be the bad guy and be like, move your crap and everything's cluttered and the house is a mess and you know what I mean. Then you have somebody come in and they can be the bad guy. So we're gonna Anyways, but I love the fact that other people are coming in with these other companies. We're going to help them grow. They're going to help us grow. They're going to help us do our jobs better. I mean, it's just going to be so cool. So I'm so excited. You guys know how excited I get about this stuff. Okay, next. So thank you guys so much. We're so excited to have you. They are exactly what we're looking for, the energy, the family. That's what we're doing. Okay. Do you want to go ahead and jump into back agent?
Yeah, it's just really quick. So do I have to be in that thing? Alright, so for back agent, real quick, so we were kind of learning the technology as we were teaching you guys. So make sure when you go in and you do your transactions, start from start. Reason being is because it's going to ask you questions and they're finalizing the list for me because we had to add some stuff. Make sure that you go through because it's going to ask you, does it have a septic tank, does it have a well, 1978, all that stuff, so that we build the compliance platform in the back. So if you just jump into contracts, it's not going to be the correct stuff that you need. So make sure even, if you're just throwing documents in, just start from start so that we can generate that. And then it'll just ask you questions, kind of TurboTax. You just click through and answer. And then you can go to the documents from there. Make sure that after all your documents are in, that you go to, there's like the different tabs that have like the little arrows that tell you where you are in the contract. Make sure you go to, I think it's like post-closing or whatever, and you have to hit the submit button. If you don't hit the submit button and it doesn't turn green, it means that you're missing something. So you're looking at the orange cubes and making sure that everything's there. But make sure you hit submit, because if you don't submit it to us, we don't know to check it, and we won't get your funding approval out in time. So make sure, try to get it to us like a day or two before you close so that we can make sure and verify the title has it. But make sure that you get that in, hit the submit button, and then we'll go through and then we'll tell you if we're missing a signature, we'll reject it and tell you why, and then just resubmit. So we're still going to be learning. I haven't jumped in it yet, but we're going to learn the platform where you can share the transaction with your client. So that's the next part that's on my to-do list, because you can share it. They'll know the deadlines. They'll have access to all the documents and everything, so you can kind of have your person along with you. If you have someone that's not tech savvy, they don't want it, you don't have to share it to them. But that's something that we'll be teaching soon once I learn how to use it. I think that's it. We did the cubes in the back, which was Marketplace. Is that what it's under?
It's under Marketplace.
So Marketplace will have everything. Like I said, we have insurance under there. We'll have stagers under there. All of our people, she just added a bunch of new builders so that when you go through and you have someone that said, oh, I want to look at new builds, you have all of the builders in Albuquerque, and there's just by cubes, and you can just go to their website. So everything's just in one spot. We're still building it as we get more. But yeah.
Katie, do you want to talk about websites at all, or are we not there yet?
Yeah. So some people. Thank you. So some people, like you two, might share the same website, and in order to have you both on the same website, we would have to basically have you guys as one profile. So I wanted to check with you guys and see if that's something you want to do, or one profile would just be branded to you. We can put both your pictures on there, but we can talk further. But just in case anyone knows or anyone has any questions about if they're on a team or something and doing a website that way.
Are their websites set up yet, or is that something we're working on?
Yeah, no,
They're set up. We just don't have the About Me section in.
So I figured out how to do the About Me, and I'll do a little video and send it to everybody on BombBomb on how to do that exactly, because each one has to do it on your own.
And the IDX is up now.
Yeah, IDX is working, all that said, so your websites are fully searchable. So, well, I'm up here, I guess. I'll talk to you guys. So we were doing a video shoot on Tuesday between, we had asking if you guys could be there. Literally, if all of you guys could be there, that would be the most amazing thing. Just between, just block out 10 to 2. We'll have some food there, some drinks. It'll be a lot of fun.
At Carrie's.
It'll be at Carrie's house. We're doing a cool little open house video.
Like a commercial.
Yeah, like a commercial. But it's, simply real estate branded. You guys can share it on your social medias. It'll be really fun, and I think we can get it to be kind of viral. But so I worked out a deal with a good friend of mine. He owns a production studio, and so he's going to be doing a lot of videos for us. And then he also does drone photography and interior, exterior, listing videos, all that stuff as well. So he's up on the Marketplace side as well. So utilize him because he'll hook you guys up. And I think I'm working out to where we can push the closing for some of this stuff. So that might be a benefit to you guys as well.
So let us know if you guys can make it. Shoot us an email.
I'll send out an email, and then you guys can RSVP back.
And then we'll tell you kind of what we're just looking. It's an open house, so you guys are just going to be dressed like you would go to an open house. And it's going to have
be a looky-loo neighbor.
Yeah.
Just want to see the kitchen remodel.
It says 10 to 2. Can you come and go, or tell me why is it 10 to 2?
So it's 10 to 2. We need the shoot itself, right? Typically whenever we do shoots, they usually take 12 hours for your scene. It's not going to be that type of shoot. We just want to have people blocked out to be there for that amount of time in case we're shooting different coverage. So if you're here in one and then you're not in another, kind of just to have that same, what's it called?
Continuity.
Bam.
That's what we're looking
So
for.
yeah, if you're gonna be there, we just ask please be there from 10 to 2, just in case. Because if they cover over and you're standing there, and then the next shot they're there and you're not there, someone else is there, it's gonna throw everything
It'll
off.
be nice though. You can work there too, and it's let a tan on. It's gonna be nice weather, and sit and work and hang out.
And we're gonna set it up to where it's gonna be minimal time as possible. You can kind of just be there and then take off and stuff. But yeah, there will be food and snacks and everything provided by Josh. So
You're welcome.
Oh, Josh!
Thank you, Josh.
You can bring family members too. I mean, we just need the
bring a
bodies.
kid, bring anybody. It doesn't matter. Just have fun with it. Right? Be excited.
This is the cool stuff though, you guys, that we're doing this like different. We want this to be. It's gonna be kind of a spoof, actually, right?
And then yes, so it will be kind of the spoofy, and then the next video that we're shooting, I have 3 videos lined up that we're going to be shooting. One of them is a recruiting-based video. It'll be very comical based. Another one is, I'll tell you guys because I thought of it this morning. So it's like a 15 to 30 second spot, right? And it's this couple. They're driving home. They're like in an Uber on their way back to their apartment, right? And they're all like happy, kissy in the car. And then they get out and they're standing, and then they're looking at this ugly apartment that they have to walk into. And the title card reads,
Don't let the honeymoon in.
don't let the honeymoon end. And then next shot, they're standing in front of a really, really nice house. The wife drops the bags and jumps in the husband's arm. Then it says, have forever start off right. Simply those things, right?
Wow.
Nice job, Kiki.
I woke up out of my slumber today.
I'm sure.
This is
And I'm
cool
sure you
stuff,
won't
though,
put
like you can put on your social media, which just helps your presence and makes you look like you're, doing the technology thing, which everyone knows that's like the main system.
Anyways, I'm excited.
I'm so
The
excited.
Tuesday
That's
one's
awesome.
gonna be cool. So tell them about the Tuesday one that they're actually gonna be involved in. You said
Oh
nothing
yes,
about
so
it.
sorry. Yeah, so the thing for the Tuesday
He
one,
got
right?
too excited.
So we open up, right, where I don't know if anyone sees Carrie's house, but it's a nice house, right? You have grass in your yard? Yeah, so grass in the yard. You have a simply open house sign. There's a red balloon coming up, kind of like homage to it, right? So we kind of pan over, we go to the front door, there's pumpkins on both sides, right? Jack-o'-lanterns. And then we cut in. There's a realtor inside. She, is shaking people's hand, like, "Oh, check out the backyard. Let me know if you have any questions." She hears a knock at the door. She grabs a flyer. She runs. She opens the door, and it's Freddy Krueger, right? And she slams the door, and she's like, "Oh." And she's like, "No more training." And she opens the door, and she's like, "Hi, how are you? Come on in." Right? And then there's a little
It's
close-up
Halloween, right?
of the knife hand shaking her hand, right? And then
And he has a normal family with him. Like
Yeah.
very normal people.
very normal family, nice wife, cute kids, right? And then the next scene is they're all in an open house, normal people all around the open house. She's in the middle, kind of like talking to a storm. And then all of a sudden there's this big shadow, big presence that comes out of nowhere, right? Everyone gets quiet. She looks, it's Mike Myers, right? That's his name, Mike Myers. Yeah. Halloween. Yeah. Not the funny guy, but so he's sitting there and he's like, "So tell me about the soaking tub and the master." She's like, "Oh, right this way." And then the title card reads, conquer your biggest fears, simply real estate. So I am excited.
Yeah, you're having way too much fun.
I know.
I came up with that one.
Yes.
Kiki then
That is
is gonna run with it. So the stuff you come up with in the middle of the night. Okay, so I just want you all to know with what we have right now in the works, this is the state of Simply, we will have 29 brokers by probably the next couple of weeks. There will be a few more in that 29 that will take a little bit longer. They're trying to figure some stuff out. But anyway, so we are just so excited. Again, what we're trying to do is keep the quality up. Keep the onboarding smooth for the new brokers. I'm sure you guys got the video. Did you get the? I don't know if I sent it to you
I
yet.
don't think so.
Okay, it's got the transfer form and all that on it. But anyways, we're trying to automate things so that the whole transition is easy because we all know what we went through transferring. It was hell. So again, please let us know if you have a transaction with somebody you really liked. What I'm going to do is when it closes, I'm going to send you an email and ask you about that agent. If you think I should reach out to that broker and why. And so then if I can call the broker, they want me to do videos. To reach out to those people. But again, we really are trying to keep, we don't want rogue realtors. We don't want, people that are not going to make us look good. Our contracts are going to be tight. We're going to be respectful to other brokers. We're going to present ourselves. We're going to do something that if we start out this way from the beginning, we can keep it up. But I think when you get so big so fast, it's too hard to go backwards. Okay. I will from time to time have mandatory trainings when I feel that there's stuff that people don't know or understand. And I am going to go into that in just a second. I did want to introduce Lee, though. This is Christina's brother. So Lee got a one-way ticket to Albuquerque, and we're not going to let him leave. So he has his license here, and we're actually talking. Did you tell him TC?
No. Well, you can go ahead.
We're talking.
I volunteered you for something.
Surprise! So one of the things that people talked about is TC, right? We had that conversation, and so I put a thing out there to see if I could get some applications. We all know that whoever you hire is a reflection of you. At the end of the day, right? Everybody you hire is a reflection of you. It doesn't matter who did something wrong; they're going to call you up. Well, we were talking, and we think Lee would be while he's getting started. A great TC, make some extra money, right? So we'll talk about
That's
it
what
later.
Mom does for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sounds
He's a
good.
very detail-oriented kid, right? Real sharp kid. So you guys would be real happy.
He's not.
And he's going to be held to Tina's standards, so if you guys know how Tina runs her business.
Healthy.
And if we have a problem, we just call her, and then she calls her. Anyways, okay, no, so that is something we're working on, is this whole TC thing. I do know it's important, and I do know we need to figure that out for everybody, so that is an option. We need to leverage ourselves. We need to not be wasting our time doing things that are not income producing, right? We're the faces, right? We're like, hey, I'm big and amazing. Well, you have a great personality.
Yeah, as we heard a few times yesterday.
But Liz said yesterday, we were talking, Liz goes, you got Carrie's coaching, you've got my personality. I go, what am I like? I was selling, okay? No, it was funny. So anyways, so please do let us know if there are brokers out there that you want to be a part of our company, okay? All right, now I'm going to go into community relations with Liz. You're up.
So we were trying to schedule a day at the Roadrunner Food Bank for October 19th. They apparently are booked out for months until December. So I still would like to schedule something this month. I wanted to see if there's anything that you guys could think of that I could get scheduled for us. I think it's a way to get our families involved, us involved, and then also reach out to our clients and say, come do this with us, see what we're trying to give back. I'm trying to teach my kids that, and I think it's good that we have them in the community and giving back. We're very, very, very fortunate. I just don't really know what else to do. We're getting close to Thanksgiving, so something would be nice before then. We're open to dates, or ideas that you guys have. We just need something else, and I've done that before. It's you can do it for 2-hour block, but if we don't come up with something, we need to just push it back to December, right before it really gets cold, or some sort of drive. But it's a way that I think that we can all do things, and then also reach out to our clients. Social media, we need to get involved,
And we are working on trying to figure out what kind of our cause is right now. We don't really have that figured out. So, we're talking to Brandon a little bit about ALS. We've got more conversation, but we're welcome to ideas. If you guys are involved in something, we need to, as an office, no matter what, this isn't even about advertising. We need to give back to our community, right?
Not homeless. I mean, that kind of ties into.
Well, the only thing with
we'd like to sell you a home, but we can't.
Well, no.
There goes that personality.
I'm sorry. That was bad. I'm sorry. out on the west side, you can make like a whole meal for. They bust them out there when it's cold. There's all these different things. So that's what I mean. Like any ideas, we are going to need help, obviously. So if you do come to us with an idea, don't just drop it in our lap and walk away. We're going to actually ask you to help us with it. But again, we are very fortunate. We need to give back to the community just in general.
Since we're on that subject,
Oh,
can I
thank
chime
you.
in really
Yes.
quickly? So I sit on the board for the New Mexico Mortgage Lenders Association, and every year we do a blanket and teddy bear collection, donation. So there's going to be a big box. I don't know where you're going to fit it in your office.
Pretty soon
but
I'll be like crawling over everything.
at one of our luncheons, all the police officers and the firemen come and they come pick up the blankets and the teddy bears.
Not that, don't make a joke. I mean, but can they be used if they're in good shape?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
As long as they don't have like lice.
Bed bugs.
Food.
Food. Okay. So we will have that here, and we will do some social media and stuff on that. I mean, obviously, we're going to take every opportunity to show how awesome they are.
And who did the bears and blankets go to?
So all the kids with like big, we give them to the police officers and the firefighters.
Oh, okay. So
like
on their
first
calls.
responders,
First
okay,
responders.
yeah, if there's children involved.
Yeah. Also, if you all have something that's a specialty to you, like we talked about insurance, staging, whatever it may be, even videos, because you guys have that background, let's all come to us and tell us if you want to teach a class. If you, the more we all pitch in, the better we are. And
That's what the Jedi is.
yeah, the Jedi classes on Thursday are going to be just a multitude of different things. But we'd love for you to come as well and talk about, things that you're kind of specialized in. Tomorrow will be septics. Kiki's going to help me because they do a lot of septics. I know more of the regulations. I don't know a lot of the other stuff. So tomorrow at 1?
10:30.
I thought we were so off.
I was like,
We tried to switch everything so it's
Yeah.
at the same time, regardless of what class is or what day. We know
or
it's
office
10:30.
meeting.
Yes.
Tuesday, Thursday.
I'm going to
Monday.
send the wrong dates. I'm going to send misspellings.
Spellings.
It's just who I am. Sorry.
That's why we love
Karen keeps saying, why don't you send stuff to me to proofread? I'm like, I don't have time. I did it at the last minute. Okay. Now I'm going to go to my QB corner and get serious here. We're at 11. What? We're at 11. We're what? We're at 11. Oh, I'll be quick. I'll be quick.
So 11.
Quickie. Okay, so really quick, I got an email from a broker, from another brokerage yesterday, and in the email it had statistics in there, and they were from GAR. And I looked at them and I'm like, that's not what I'm seeing at all, because I go to NMAR and get a lot of my statistics. So I was comparing yesterday the statistics because hers were like, we're up, it's this, it's that, and I'm like, according to what I'm seeing, we're down. So for those of you who are new, in Bernalillo County alone, we're down 20% over last year. Pretty significant.
in sales or
Closings, pendings, which is that email I sent out, which kind of gave the gist of it. But it's I give you guys those stats just so that you know what's going on, because you need to be educated. Plus, it can help you at a listing if somebody says, I'm going to wait till next year or whatever. So be careful with those statistics in GAR. I don't know what those are exactly. It didn't exactly say like what county anyway, so just be careful what you're putting out there.
Sorry, GAR is saying there's only a 2-month supply right now.
And homes are closing in 2 weeks.
And homes are closing.
That's what she heard at the
Yeah, day before yesterday in the class.
I don't know. I went back.
No, that is what ours is.
I double checked it against NMAR. I'm like, I don't know.
How many are on the market? Does anybody know?
29.
30.
Yeah, it's not. But
See, that's low. There's been
No,
years
that's
that have
true.
been 44.
Sometimes not.
Yeah.
But we had like
So that's
1,100,
why.
almost 1,200 sales last year in August, and this August we had 900 and something.
But isn't that because inventory's been
I
so
think
low
so.
the whole time? I mean,
Yeah, but the inventory, yes, the inventory was higher last year, but if you look at, if you just look at the trends in general we always are on this trend of 5 to 7 years. 5 to 7 years. It's just inevitable. We go up, we go down. We're right at that 7-year period so I know we're going to go down. I'm going to call Ashley and talk to her a little bit more about those stats. I just don't understand how they're so different, and I do agree with you. Inventory's lower, so that plays into it. But if we're putting out all these different numbers, that's not good. And so, and you guys know I'm passionate about that stuff. So I want to figure it out for you, because if I'm sending you emails saying something and then I find out it's wrong, that's not going to be good. So I will get to the bottom of it. Just be careful right now, because I don't understand it. Okay. Another quick thing. When you all are doing your net outs, and a lot of you probably know this, does everybody understand taxes, property taxes? So property taxes, in April, the second half of the prior year is paid. Okay, so if you close in February, the second half up until February, second half of the previous year up until February have not been paid. Okay, so you have to be very careful when you're doing those net outs that you're not, because that can be a lot of money, right? That could be $1,500, and we all know sellers, that's our fault, right? Even though they owe the property taxes, it's our fault because we miscalculated, right? And then the first half of the year is paid in November of that year. Does that make sense? Okay, so just be aware of that. What I do in my net outs, honestly, I don't even do property taxes. I just say you're going to owe for last year, whatever it is, 6 months, and then you're going to owe from January 1 up until closing. So just keep in mind that this is going to probably be somewhere between half to the full year of taxes. It's really all I say. I'm not going to put that out there, the exact number. It's too risky. I mean, they blame us for everything. Yeah. So that's how I do it, okay? So you can do it however you want. You can call your title person, whatnot, okay? Okay, now, GAR just put something out about RESPA, Section 9. RESPA Section 9, you know how you see in the MLS, seller prefers to use blah, 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 title company? There's all this confusion out there about what you can do and can't do and blah, 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 blah. What it says, what RESPA Section 9 says is the only way that a seller, you can have a buyer use a specific title company is if the seller pays all title fees, which includes your mortgagee policy, your lender endorsements, all of that, okay? So please don't put that in your remarks. You can, counter back at that if you want. Just don't put it in the MLS, okay?
You can't say preferred?
No.
What if like title work is already opened with?
Well, then you just need to have that talk with that broker.
Okay.
That's what I say when I want to use my title company, because I don't want to get into, especially now, oh my gosh, now that these companies own title companies and it's a mess. So I just say, you know what, we already opened up title work, which you should be doing, right? We've had 2 major cases where people got in trouble because they did not order listing packages because there were title issues on it. So in our back agent, I'll send out an email, but there's a way you can go in there, send an email to Bruce, it's the information he needs, they'll get you the packet, they'll charge you $7, and there you go. It's just very easy. It should be on your checklist of things you do when you take a listing, okay? Again, you guys, we get paid really well. We really do. I mean, I know we work our butts off, but where else can you go and make that kind of money? We need to do our job, and that includes listing packages. Okay, so I have a couple gift cards, and I want to test your knowledge. What does RESPA stand for? Raise your hand. Nobody? Well, I guess I'm going to California Pizza Kitchen and Cheesecake Factory. No, I'm just kidding. I looked this up at like 10 o'clock last night. You guys know?
Really?
To be honest, I know.
We
all should know.
Servicing Protection Agency.
Real Estate Settlement Procedures Act.
Damn, that was way off.
You know when this was enacted? It was 1974. I knew that. It was that long ago. Because you were.
No.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Okay. I'm gonna give you guys another chance, but I feel like really not gonna get this one. You guys should. What is TILA? T-I-L-A.
Truth
Well, none of you get it.
Nobody
You guys all are terrible. Okay, I got one more. Trid. This one's hard. I don't think you're gonna get this because I didn't know what it was.
I didn't hear you.
Trid.
Oh.
Oh, and the Truth in Lending Act, that was 1968. Do you know what the Truth in Lending Act covers, what it was for? Can anybody get that?
It disclose how much all their fees are.
Yeah, terms and costs. That's what it is. Good job.
Trid.
Who just went through class? They should know. I don't
I did a data build.
So what's funny is I did not know this.
Yeah. I'll look it up
I
later.
heard it 100 times.
TILA RESPA Integrated Disclosure Act.
Yes. That is familiar.
What is it? Antonyms? Anagrams?
Acronym.
Acronyms.
Antonyms.
One of those eight. I never say I'm good at the grammar thing.
Where do you see that word?
TRID?
Yeah.
So TRID was what they put in place in, do I have the date? 2014, with all of the issues we had with the mortgage industry in 2007.
But is it written somewhere? The word?
What?
TRID.
No, it's an acronym.
Well, it's just an acronym that they use. So you'll talk TRID's where the 3-day thing came into play, where you have to have the disclosure CD.
310.3.
Yeah, but anyways, yeah, that's just the weirdest thing ever. I'm like, only our government would do an acronym with acronyms.
So how back to? Sorry, I'm going to jump back to the preferred title company. How would we approach that as a buyer if they put that in there?
Tell them for it. Less than that.
In my opinion, I personally feel, this is just something that is my opinion, but I feel as buyer brokers, it is respectful to use the seller's title company. I just feel like if you're writing a contract, especially in a low inventory market, why are you going to risk putting a title company in there that they're going to have to counter you back? That's, again, my personal opinion. My goal when I write a contract is to not get a counter. And as listing brokers, right, we all want to use our company. So most of the time, you're going to get a counter. So
would we push back on the fees?
What? That they have to pay them all?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You could. You could say, well, if we use your title company, then you guys have to pay all the fees. So, but most people, I don't even think understand that. They think it's just the owner's policy and all this different stuff. Okay, so we learned some things today, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, let me make sure. Okay, I'm going to let you guys redeem yourselves and then we'll go. What is a flood zone certification? Raise your hand if you know.
Why'd you look at me?
Okay.
Got flood zones.
Sarah.
Awesomeness. So pretty much the lender checks to see if it is in a flood zone, which one it is, and then you need an elevation cert after that, by the way, which is totally different than a flood zone certification.
Ah, there you go. Since you,
Is there anything
how fair, you live in water. I've got
Yes.
There
But
are.
you
there
still
are,
have to
I
look
promise.
for California pizza kitchen. If it's green, for sure. If it's in the desert, it's a
That's what
possibility.
you just asked. Is there anything in
That's
Las
a good
Vegas?
one.
Oh, yeah, and there
Yeah.
are, but
It's still pockets,
I've
because
never found
even Las Maravillas, which sits
You
on
got
a
Las
mesa,
Vegas
it's in the
people here.
desert. There are pockets
Yeah.
up there that are
Yeah.
considered
Yeah.
flood zone.
Is there?
You want California Pizza Kitchen or
Oh, Cheesecake Factory.
Yes. Okay. So again, we've got a couple people that specialize in Las Lunas, so we've got that as well. If you have those kind of, I mean, if you end up out there, I don't know anything about those areas. So.
Yeah, there's something real quick on flood zones that they might know that I learned recently. Some of those houses, after they have a flood elevation cert, if that house sits above that flood level on that cert, after they close, they can go with FEMA and they can do an application and try to get it completely removed from the flood
And then
zone
drop
and
the
get their money back.
Oh, snap.
So
That's,
something, yeah.
that's cool.
You just made me think of something. That's amazing information. And did you also know that we can sell as many manufactured homes as we want as long as it's on owned land?
Yes. It's not just the one a year.
22 years, and I just learned that.
Jeez.
Okay, owned land. You can sell manufactured homes. You don't have to have a special license. Okay, last question. Raise your hand. What is the tax service fee? What's it for? What is it for? You guys should know this. Berg?
What is the tax service fee? I don't know what the tax service fee is. I put it on my loan estimates.
You know the dollar amount.
Exactly.
The tax service fee is a fee charged by the lender in order to set up your tax escrow account. Okay? Why is it, and Leslie, we had this conversation, why is it you see people that they put just the tax service fee and the flood zone cert on the seller side when they're by a broker? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? You see those two fees. Drives me crazy because those are loan fees and they're very minimal in cost, probably about $100 total. The reason why people do that, it's old school, it was required by the lenders that the seller had to pay those two fees. So that's where that started. Now when you see that, it's like they're just doing it because they're either following other people or they're just not learning or changing. And as a veteran agent, I'm just telling you, it bugs the crap out of me. Because if you're new, I know you're just following other people. And if you're a veteran, it's like you're just kind of stuck in your ways. So, in my opinion, those should be on the buyer's side as well. Clean contract, looks good. Seller's already paying a lot of fees, so that's my 2 cents on that, those two fees. Okay, so I guess I'm going to California Pizza Kitchen.
Are we going to have something like we had at Keller where I kind of have a very specific request for a home for some people coming in California?
Has and wants.
Pardon me?
I'm sorry, I've jumped again.
Yeah, so that I would know if someone's had one like that coming up.
Board?
I'm bored.
I feel like I'm doing like Pictionary.
You know, you want to
Yes.
ask my
So we will have a has and wants board, and we'll also have, so we'll have one here. If you want to write that down old school, you can. We'll also have one on back agent, so you can go there, because obviously a lot of people work remotely, because we're in a smaller space. So yes, we will have that, and thank you for reminding me of that. Okay, I want to give this card away, so I'm going to think of a question. You guys have a question? Oh, lastly though, don't forget to sign up for the Buffini class. It starts Monday. And what it's going to be is we are going to, you need to say something about follow-up boss. I'm so sorry guys, we'll let you go. But you need to, we're going to start you from step 1 in your database, okay? We're going to say, here's where you start, we're going to make it easy and simple and get you up and running. The idea with the database is that it's running behind the scenes, it's always working for you. You come in the morning, right, when you're doing your lead gen, it says so-and-so's birthday, so-and-so's anniversary, call them, whatever. It's the idea behind the database, so that's what we're going to work on, okay? I'm so sorry, you need to say something about that.
So Follow Up Boss, because if you're going to be doing the Buffini class and you're going to be using Follow Up Boss, you obviously need it. So what we need to do is there's different tiers, and so where we are with the amount of brokers we have, we need to know exactly how many people want Follow Up Boss so I can set that up. And the other thing is because of the platform, because we haven't hit the amount of brokers that are needed for this extra step, the platform that you'll have, if you are on a team like you guys, for example, your accounts, if you've got separate accounts, as of right this second, you guys wouldn't be able to talk to each other within transactions. So I need to know, like Jama and David as well, like if you guys want Follow Up Boss, what I'll probably do is have you guys under one account, you'll have one login, and then you can talk to each other. Once we get to the broker level that we need to, the amount of accounts, then we'll be able to have everyone have separate accounts, and everyone can talk to each other if they need to, or you can assign things. But the level that we're at, we can't do that yet. So if you could either shoot myself or at the admin or Carrie or whoever, let me know by tonight if you want Follow Up Boss and if you're going to be connecting with somebody. If you're going to have one account or if it's going to be a separate account. So I'm going to get that set up by the end of this week so you guys can mess around with it this weekend. And then for the class, you guys will have it. And then I'll do a video on how to integrate all of your contacts in it. It takes it through a CSV, and you can just upload everything in there, and then that way you'll be ready for the class. But do let us know.
And the class is not going to be to teach you how to use Follow Up Boss. The class is going to be like technology-wise, like how it actually works. The class is going to be how to set up your database. So we need to get you guys set up, and you need to have the weekend to kind of get in there and play with it a little bit. Okay, I'll give you homework each week of what you're going to do, but just know that that's not what we're doing in class. That would just take forever. Christina will put on a class for that though, for Follow Up Boss for you guys. Okay. Okay. Question. Someone did you have a question?
Event?
Oh, our grand opening is going to be November 15th at Yanni's. So put that on your calendar. It's going to be awesome. I forgot to tell you about one of our other brokers. Nicole Kapnison just joined us from Keller. She is in the process of purchasing Yanni's from her mom. And so she's going to donate the venue for us to have it at. And we already volunteered Vince DiLorenzo, thank you Burgundy, to have it. We're going to have like a mini car show out front with like classic cars. And so we're going to just make this really cool. It's going to be a cool event. Like
Invite clients, invite agents that you want to bring over, invite everybody.
Yes. Yes. And I can't think of questions. Forget it.
Save it for next.
I'll save that for next time. I love and adore you guys. I need you to fill that out. But I'm just going to end it with this really quick. When I was listening to the podcast this morning, one of the things it talked about was if you're passionate about what you do and you know your big why, the possibilities are endless. And I know we're all talking about getting bigger, and I've touched on this a couple times, but my passion is so strong for you guys, and I'm not always going to be perfect or always available. Karen had to wait for me for a little while yesterday to look at your CNA.
I can't believe it.
I know. But I promise, come to me, talk to me, communicate with me. Let me know what you need. We'll figure it out, okay? I'll do whatever I can to make this work the best for everybody.
Oh, and then you're going to go to town on Friday.
I'll be out of town on Friday. I'm just going to keep adding things. I'm going to be out of town on Friday, so Christina's going to be the designated broker in charge. However, if you need a question, like a QB question that you need somebody, I don't know, if it's like something really QB-ish. Just 911 me, text me, whatever. I mean, I will have my phone, you know that. I might be at the pool, maybe loud music, but so, okay.
Where are you going?
Phoenix. Just for a quick weekend. So, all right.
A quickie.
Quickie, just for a quickie. Because things are getting crazy. We gotta get that fun out and back down to business.
So overall, just email on Follow Up Boss on your attendance on Wednesday, and
I'll send out an email.
And then just show of hands, how many of you guys think you can make it on Tuesday?
I better be there in my house.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
So
We're
not having
That's
class.
non-speaking role for me.
no, there's no class. So her thing is on Mondays.
So there
Buffini's
will
on
not
Mondays.
be classes while Buffini is going on. There will not be classes on Tuesday. It will be Buffini on Monday, and we will have the Jedi classes on Thursday.
Except for the second week of Buffini's on Tuesday because it's a holiday.
Yeah. In the calendar, though, I have in there the days that we're closed. And when I say closed, not really closed. You guys know we're going to be here. But I'm just putting that in there because classes and whatnot. I'm giving you guys that opportunity if you want to go out of town or whatever, you know. So I don't think we closed down enough. So.
And also, because we're a community, if one of you guys are going out of town and you want somebody to kind of step in and help you guys out while you're out, let us know so we can help coordinate them for you guys. Cause
yeah, just send an email.
we still want to be able to, keep our sanity. So don't lose that.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, that's it.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Great meeting. I know I
Sweetheart,
talked a
you
lot.
did a great job.
I'm a talker. Can I say? Oh, I did forget. I'm so sorry. My dad, he does all the checks and the financials and all that stuff. I will send you his information. So when the checks get here, and sometimes they'll come directly to us, and
Someone needs a check.
That's his other client.
just know that he's the one who's going to be cutting the check. So if you have a question or a concern, or a check wasn't cut right from the title company or whatever, you call me, you call him, we'll get it figured out. How soon does that
You have my number,
Happen. What? Like,
my email, and
we
my
pick
phone
up the
number.
check, take it to him, and then he can write it to us?
She said she would be sending it.
Yeah, here you go.